Blog Talk Radio.
What time is it?
WH Radio.
We are the best in the world at what we do.
Welcome back to WrestlingHeads Radio. And this is Shoot the Shit Wednesday. You got skits. I'm here with Tom, Oscar. What's going on, guys?
What's going on, everybody? And we, the people.
What up, Tom?
What's going on? I'm ready to shoot the shit.
Yeah, man, we got a lot of shit.
Yeah.
A lot of shit to talk about, man. Of course, you know, the whole CM Punk situation is a definite must talk about thing. About him, his contract running out, and what he wrote on Twitter. You know, we got shows coming up too. 2CW, New Japan, Ring of Honor. A lot of shit.
Yeah. I think we should start off talking about the Kenta signing, which we didn't get to on Monday. But, yeah, I mean, Kenta getting signed sort of in a big way in Japan, having Hulk Hogan right there with him, and he signed his WWE contract. And I saw a lot of tweets, you know, when all those tweets, it seems like there's a lot of fear going around, like they're hoping he doesn't end up like Jimmy Yang Wang or
I was about to say that.
Yeah.
Real quick, if whoever the fuck thinks Kenta's gonna it's up like Jimmy Wang Yang, please stop watching wrestling, because I don't think Jimmy Wang Yang had Hulk Hogan at his signing. You know, get the fuck out of here, shit. Come on now.
Well, you know what, kids, they kind of have a right to, not right, but there is a sense of fear because they're not afraid of Kenta. You know, if he doesn't succeed in the WWE, it's not going to be because of him. That's what they're worried about. It's not going to be his fault. They're afraid that WWE might fuck him over. Like, they might give him a stupid gimmick.
Hold on, time out. But why would they have Hulk Hogan, who's like the face of wrestling, basically? Like, when you think of wrestling, you think of Hulk Hogan. Nobody, not even Daniel Bryan or CM Punk or none of these guys had Hulk Hogan at their signing. I mean, this is
true.
You have Hulk Hogan at their signing, so you know it's a big deal. I mean, why would people be have like fear and Kenta getting a bad gimmick or something like that when you have Hulk Hogan at your signing? Like, are they really about to have Hulk Hogan at somebody's signing that they're not going to invest in? I don't understand what people are, you know, getting scared of or even thinking about. It's kind of fucking pathetic.
Yeah, true, because I remember when the original Sin Cara got signed, they only had was Jim Ross and Spanish announcer, that guy there, and that's it pretty much. I think he had no Rey Mysterio there or nothing like that.
Sin Cara's no Kenta, though.
I know that. But like what Tom said a few weeks ago, he was not willing to do learning, you know, the WWE style and all that. Kenta is willing to do that, so.
And he's willing to also learn his English, too.
Yeah, so there you go. So he's planning to, you know, be successful in the WWE, and he's probably taking this just more serious than the original Sin Cara did. So, yeah, definitely. We I mean, I get what you're saying, Skits. You know, you got a point there. You know, who the hell had Hulk Hogan or signing? Nobody. Not even no top, you know, indie guy has a signing. You know, I mean, it's very rare WWE does signings like this. So, yeah, you have a point there, Skits.
Yeah.
I mean,
think about this. Hulk Hogan, he went to Japan because, you know, WWE was going on their live tour in Japan that weekend. Hulk Hogan was brought in there not to, like, you know, promote the network because, you know, Japan doesn't have the network yet. He wasn't there to be in the corner of John Cena or anything. He was specifically flown to Japan to do this Kenta signing. Nothing else. Now, would WWE waste a plane ticket, which a plane ticket to Japan, you know, it costs a pretty penny. So I don't think they would put Hulk Hogan. You know, Hulk Hogan's riding first class. You know, Hulk Hogan and Jimmy Hart are riding first class. So they sent both of them to Japan just to do the signing. So obviously I think it means a lot more than I even think people are making a deal of it. People are just saying, well, Kenta got signed. No, Hulk Hogan signed Kenta, not, you know, in the sense like that. But he was the one who, you know, was in the ring for that contract signing.
Yeah, and, you know, if for those that watched the signing, I mean, he's already got a reaction. I mean, of course, it's in Japan, but it's a big deal. I mean, Hulk Hogan's here. I mean, come on, people. Like, please stop it with the, I'm afraid he's on main event superstars. Get the fuck out of here. What the fuck? Come on, that pisses me off. Like, come on, dude. Some idiotic fans out here, and I'm sorry.
Like I said, the biggest difference that I see, obviously, you know, I think, you know, Kenta is in a more better position to transition to a WWE style, because the style that's in Japan, that strong style, it's closer similar to a WWE style than, say, a Lucha Libre style, which Sin Cara had to go through in order to transition to the WWE. But, you know, I think Sin Cara could have, you know, like, he could have said, all right, I'll transition, I'll learn English, and I can do this. But instead, he thinks he's the biggest deal in the world, says, I don't have to do that. I can do whatever I want, you know, I'm Mystico. And he goes in there, and he botches on his first night. And it was laughable. From there on, he was turned into a joke on his own fault. That's where Kenta differentiates from Sin Cara, is the head that's on his shoulders. You know, he's in a better mind state. He was part of a press conference on Monday in Japan at a Hard Rock Cafe. And he said a couple things that kind of caught my eye. He said, you know, he's looking forward to going to Orlando and, you know, working in the performance center. And he said, quote, it's a great facility with a lot of great equipment, and that he does not mind starting from the bottom if that's what he has to get to work with.
Yeah,
like, already right there, he doesn't mind starting at the bottom. He doesn't care. It just seems like he's a big fan, and he's living out his dream. And he's like, you know what, if I have to start from the bottom, I'll start from the bottom. And he also said, this is a little funny. This is a little funny. He said that there's a possibility that his ring name will be changed, like someone asked a question. He said, he stated with a smile, any number of names will do, even something like Tanaka or Toyota, something stereotypical Japanese. So right there, he's having fun. He's like, you know what? If they change my name, who cares? I'm still going to go there. I'm going to live my dream, and I'm going to kick ass.
Yeah, definitely. Like, he's with it, like, on changing his name. If you have to, he's down with that. I mean, he's not been, you know, like Sin Cara was, you know. He's down to change his name if he has to. Also, he said he's going to work on his language, you know, so maybe you never know. If he gets his language straight, you know, with his English, you know, maybe we see some promos. You never know, but...
Yeah, Skip, you know why he's down to change his name, right? Because of licensing rights of his name, you know, like example, if they change his name to some weird name, let's just say that, like Tanaka, whatever. I just say that, Tanaka. If he succeeds in the WWE, well, he'll make some money, but WWE will also make money as well. But if he kept Kenta, WWE will make the money than Kenta. So if it doesn't work out in the WWE, well, he still got the Kenta name, where he can, you know, make some money.
Yeah, but I think even if they kept the Kenta name, and then, you know, for some reason they released him, I think because they chose to keep that name, that they wouldn't kind of hold it against him. You know, they wouldn't say, well, you can't use the name Kenta anymore. They would say, well, you know, we took the name Kenta that he was already using, so, you know, we can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
You never know.
Like I said,
he might put up
this is just a thing where it's, I was going to say, it's completely opposite from Sin Cara. Sin Cara comes in, he's all, like, serious, and you didn't see him saying, you know, I can't wait to start, I'll do whatever. Kenta seems like this is, like, his biggest dream come true. Like, he's having so much fun. He probably had so much fun, like, meeting back with Daniel Bryan and Cesaro, and he was, like, you know, talking with probably Seth Rollins backstage, you know, guys that he's worked with, and now they're all like, well, now you get to come on board and, you know, kick our ass in the WWE.
Yeah, like I said, like, you know how CM Punk came in as CM Punk? Maybe he can come in as Kenta, so...
Yeah.
They didn't mention any new names, which is what they did to Sin Cara. They said, you know, formerly known as Mystico, here's Sin Cara. They didn't say formerly known as Kenta. They just said, it's Kenta. So who knows, you know? Like I said, but the main thing was that he has a positive attitude toward this whole thing, you know? He's going in there, and he looks like he is going to have an awesome time, you know. And he said, you know, his biggest struggle is going to be to learn English, which I'd imagine, you know, imagine us having to learn Japanese. It would be crazy difficult.
Yeah, and I also read today that he's possibly going to debut in September in NXT.
I don't think it's a possibility. I think he is gonna start full time in September.
All right.
Yeah, because I think he's gonna be. I mean, like I said, July. It's halfway July. I think, you know, by the end of July he'll be in Florida, and then right away they'll get him, you know, started with training and getting used to the WWE ring, and then by September he debuts and. We'll see what he does. We'll see what they do.
He's actually scheduled to arrive in Orlando this coming week, so he's already on his way to Orlando. So
yeah, so I mean, we better get ready to see Kenta pretty soon. Which, you know, I'm pumped to that.
Yeah, definitely, man. Kenta, ladies and gentlemen, don't sleep on it, people. That's all I have to say. And don't ever compare him to. What's the kid's name again? Oscar?
Ipatu.
What was that again?
What's dude's name that people were comparing him to?
Oh, Jimmy Yang Wang.
Yeah, don't do that again, people, please. Just stop it. That's a big
I think people were just, you know, people were worried because look how WWE has treated Japanese wrestlers. They haven't treated them good. And I think, you know what, I think WWE learns from its mistakes. You know, I think WWE says, you know what, we've treated Japanese stars like crap in the past. You know what, that's all in the past. We're going to look toward the future, and Kenta's going to be the first big Japanese star. And even, you know, look at Tajiri. Tajiri was a big star during the Ruthless Aggression era. And the only reason I don't believe he was put higher up is because look at the talent at that time. You know, you could argue that, you know, 2002 to 2004 could have been, you know, the most stacked roster, you know, in company history.
Man, that roster was ridiculous stacked.
Yeah, maybe nowadays, you know, the roster's getting to where it was then. But Tajiri had so much competition, you know, to go up against. And, you know, we saw Tajiri in main events. We saw Tajiri pick up wins over Triple H on Raw. You know, we saw Tajiri win some titles. So, you know, Tajiri didn't do too bad for himself. So, you know, let's just chill. Let's just wait, see what happens. If he turns into Jimmy Wang Yang, then we could say he's right, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Well, I know that it's not going to happen. People need to relax and fucking sit back and enjoy professional wrestling. Ring of Honor. I know Tom we actually were talking about getting into ROH the other day when we had our show on Monday.
Yeah.
Ring of Honor's been booking a lot of fucking shows and a lot of good matches. So, where do we start? Because I think they have a UK Super Show too coming too.
Yeah, they just signed a huge, like what they did with New Japan, a mixed show in November with PCW, Preston City Wrestling. And that's going to be fun because as much as we talk about Japanese wrestling, we don't know a lot about, English and, Western European wrestling. And they have a lot of good promotions over there, PCW, ICW. They have a lot of good stars over there, Look at Zack Sabre Jr., Prince Devitt's dabbled over there. They have a lot of great talent over there that I think a lot of Americans know, not too much about. We know less about that than we do know about Japanese wrestling.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Because honestly, Zack Sabre Jr. is probably one of the, the only guy out there that I could probably talk about, if anything, that I'm familiar with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a big deal for Ring of Honor. They're basically what's the word I'm looking for? Not spreading out. Reaching out. They're reaching out to other promotions to work with them. But I actually have names that will be a part of this that's from Ring of Honor that's going to go down to PCW. You got the champ, Michael Elgin. He'll be a part of that. You got Red Dragon, Adam Cole, BJ Whitmer, Roderick Strong. You got the Briscoes, and that's about it from Ring of Honor.
Yeah. Notice how there's no Kevin Steen. That would have been I think that would have been a big draw. I think Ring of Honor losing him, it's a big downside to that. Because, people over in England love Steen.
I got some PCW guys' names, if you want me to throw those out there, too.
Throw them out. Let's get familiar with them.
We have Martin Kirby. You have Chris Travis, Dave Rayan, Bubblegum, Dean Almark. Just to name a few of the PCW guys. Seems like there's more PCW guys a part of this than Ring of Honor guys. So, but
didn't Bubblegum had history with Rockstar Spud?
Probably did.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I think he had history with Rockstar Spud.
But that's a few of the names that's going to be a part of this Ring of Honor PCW Super Show.
Yeah, should be a good mix, and it'll be a chance for American audiences to check out these PCW guys and see what they're about.
And this is going to happen in November, so folks, hold your horses. It's going to happen Friday, November 28th and 29th. So kudos to fucking Ring of Honor and PCW for doing it together. It's a big deal.
Yeah, Ring of Honor's, co-promoting with, a bunch of companies now. They're spreading out, and they're doing big things.
Yeah. Also, Ring of Honor is also about to do a Ring of Honor show called Field of Honor. Now, I ain't talking about the All-Star Game, people. It's called the Field of Honor, and I don't think there's no matches booked yet, but I could tell you some folks that's going to be a part of this event. Of course, AJ Styles is there. So the IWGP Heavyweight Champ's going to be there. You got Michael Elgin, Truth Martini and Jay Lethal, the Red Dragon, Briscoes, Adam Cole, Bennett.
Yeah, usual guys.
You got Kaz and Daniels, though. Rocky Romero's going to be there. War Machine, The Decade, Ciampa, Cedric, Silas Young, Matt Taven, ACH. You got, you actually have another New Japan superstar. You got Taka, I'm not even going to say his name because I know I'm going to get it wrong. So I'm going to have you say it, Tom.
I think that's it.
Tom, what's his name? Taka
who? Is that his first name?
Wannabe?
Oh. It's, Watanabe.
But Watanabe, I'm always fucking up.
I'm gonna drill that. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. If I'm not saying it right, please correct me on Twitter.
And Moose is going to be here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Moose.
That happens at the MCU Park in Brooklyn.
Are you going?
I'm going to be seeing if I can go to that. That looks like something, that'd be cool to see. But the thing about it is, it's going to be outdoors, and you don't know what the weather's going to be like in August in New York. We could have thunderstorms that day. It's just you go by chance.
If it's hot, you definitely got to go, man.
Yeah, I'll see what the ticket prices are going for now. Maybe wait a little bit, see what the weather's going to be like.
VIP seats is $70, fill box $40, and $25 for just box. So, not that bad. If I was in Brooklyn, I would definitely go.
Yep. And next of all, the start. I know they announced the card, but look at who is going to be there. I mean, man, why not go? Make it like a fucking mystery forecast type shit. You don't know who's going to wrestle. That'd be freaking sweet.
Yeah. Could have some pretty interesting matchups.
Yeah.
But Ring of Honor. Speaking of Ring of Honor, they got 2 events going on this weekend on their Summer Heat Tour.
Cincinnati.
Friday in Cincinnati, Ohio, we got Unbreakable Michael Elgin defending his ROH World title, first defense since defeating Adam Cole at Best in the World. He will be defending against Roderick Strong.
That should
be a good one. What do you guys think about this matchup?
That should be a good one. Like I've said it before here on the show, Roderick Strong's been on a hot streak this year. Like I think some of his matches are overlooked. He's been killing lately, and he's definitely going to have a pretty good damn spot on the WH Top 100 this year.
Yep.
In my book, at least.
Yep.
And Michael Elgin. Michael Elgin, he's a fucking beast himself. So what can I say? It's going to be a good match.
Yeah. Also on that card, we got Jay Lethal defending his ROH World TV title against the Romantic Touch. We got Mark and Jay Briscoe, the Briscoe brothers, taking on Hanson and Rowe. We got Kevin Steen in his second-to-last farewell match, taking on the real last man of professional wrestling, Silas Young, in a no disqualification match. We got The Kingdom, which is Adam Cole and Mike Bennett, taking on That Influence, Daniels and Kazarian. And we also got ACH, Cedric Alexander, and Caprice Coleman, taking on The Decade of BJ Whitmer, Kadarius Thomas, and Adam Page.
That should be a good one. You actually got CNC, Wrestle Factory back together to reunite one time. With ACH, I mean, it's high flying all day over there. And you got, Roddy, not Roddy, but BJ Whitmer, and you got BJ Whitmer, you got Jimmy Jacobs, and TD. So it's gonna be a good match.
Yeah, and speaking of ACH, it was announced today on ROHWrestling.com that he's going to be taking his TV title shot that he won at Best in the World August 9th in Philadelphia against the champ, Jay Lethal, or the Romantic Touch, if he wins this week.
We know Romantic Touch ain't winning, so it's going to be Jay Lethal.
Who could it be? Could be anybody.
Romantic Touch is probably Matt Taven, to be honest with you, right now, at the moment.
Maybe.
You know what? Honestly, come on. It's common sense. It's going to be Jay Lethal. I mean, who wants to see a Romantic Touch against ACH match? Even if it's really Matt under the mask, you know?
Oh, also, on that show, the same show that ACH is going to go against Jay Lethal, you got the Young Bucks going against Daniels and Kazarian once again.
It seems like everywhere they go,
they're going to do that match in every promotion possible.
Pretty much, yeah. Look, I saw them twice already with that match. I'm probably going to end up seeing a third time at PWG, the Young Bucks against Bad Influence. So pretty much every promotion, they're going to have this match.
PWG
so get ready.
Yep.
So America or North America, I could say, get ready because you might see him at Smash Wrestling each other. You can probably see him at 2CW wrestling against each other.
The thing is, though, Oscar, like, they used to do this back in the days, and I'm pretty sure we all know this. You know, like, for all those that, you know, been watching wrestling for a while, back in the days, they had the Chris Hero, CM Punk match. They, like, did it in different cities from Philadelphia to New York to Chicago to, you know, et cetera, et cetera. So, you know, that's how it is, you know. People shouldn't get sick of that, you know. It's called basically a series.
And plus, it's a chance for, like, there's not a lot of people you can say here in North America that can't afford to go to different cities to watch this match. Like, not everybody could go to PWG, fly out there and do that.
Yeah.
So there's a chance for them, say, example, New York, if you want to see a Bad Influence and Young Bucks match, there you go. And I already saw it twice already. So.
Yeah, guess so.
So there you go, Tom. You have a chance.
But also this weekend, Saturday, Ring of Honor is heading toward Dearborn, Michigan for their Saturday show on the Summer Heat Tour. And on that show, we got Kevin Steen wrestling his final Ring of Honor match against Steve Corino. We got a 6-man Golden Gauntlet, and the winner will receive an ROH World Title match in Philadelphia on that August 9th show. We also got Bad Influence taking on War Machine, Hanson and Rowe, taking on the Briscoes, taking on Jimmy Jacobs and BJ Whitmer, and the winner will receive a future ROH World Tag Team title opportunity.
I'm hoping that Kaz and Daniels win.
Yeah, I think they could win that, but, you know, I mean, we just did see Red Dragon versus Bad Influence.
It's got to be a rematch. Honestly, I wasn't a fan of the first one. I don't want to say either team did bad, but I just was expecting more. You know what I mean? I don't know if people want to agree with me, but I was expecting more from that match. And it's crazy because also that same night, I'm actually going to skip this one match, and you can go back to it. But I'm looking forward to see ACH and Tadarius Thomas, partner versus partner. It's going to be a lot of speed in that match. And you know me, I'm always putting over ACH here on the show. So, and TD, I kind of wish they kind of stayed together, but, you know, I guess good things don't last, right?
Yeah. It should be a good match, you know, high flying. You expect ACH is going to go over because he's been on a hot roll. But also on that show, Moose is going to be in action. Red Dragon's going to defend their Ring of Honor World Tag Team titles against Unos. And we also got Adam Cole taking on Rocky Romero.
Yeah.
And then we're still waiting on Michael Elgin's opponent for that show. We're waiting on Jay Lethal's possible opponent for that show. But Mike Bennett's scheduled for the show, Roderick Strong, Tommaso Ciampa, Cedric Alexander, Silence Young, and Matt Taven, all scheduled for that show. So Ring of Honor's got a big weekend planned. Both shows look like great shows. And, you know, I'm expecting the Saturday show in Dearborn to be sold out. It's probably going to be an emotional night, you know, Kevin Steen's last Ring of Honor match.
Actually, there is a match that's scheduled. Michael Elgin's going to go against Michael Bennett.
It's been announced?
Yes, sir.
Well, there you go, Michael Bennett getting that ROH title spot.
Bennett getting that ROH championship love. Oh, man.
Yeah, but you know he's not going to win it, so. But it's going to be a good match, though.
Yeah, but like I said, Ring of Honor, big weekend for Kevin Steen. He's saying goodbye to Ring of Honor. Now, I want to ask you guys, Kevin Steen's last Ring of Honor weekend, how does the company move forward going here? Because Kevin Steen was a big part of Ring of Honor and has been like that for years. You know, when people think Ring of Honor nowadays, they think of Kevin Steen. You know, he was like the Bryan Danielson, you know, the Samoa Joe, the CM Punk. He was the face of that company, and now he's leaving. If you were Ring of Honor, what could you do to kind of get people back in it or to keep people, you know, still watching? Because a lot of people might think, well, Kevin Steen's not wrestling there anymore. I'm not going to watch it.
Well, you know, as for me, I'm still going to watch it, Steen or no Steen, you know.
Yeah, but I'm saying, you know, there's some people out there like that.
You know what? They have recovered it before. From Bryan Danielson leaving, CM Punk leaving. I mean, they're gonna have some bad, tough times. So if they want to make Elgin the face, good luck. I don't know if he's that guy. Yeah. I'm trying to think who could be that guy.
Tommaso Ciampa. Even though he doesn't talk as much, but everybody loves Tommaso Ciampa.
I mean, the Ring of Honor crowds, they're, you know, he's over the Ring of Honor crowds out there. That could be a possibility. I mean, I don't know. It's going to be really tough right now for them to go through.
Tommaso's the guy in my book. Like, just fucking. I don't know about you, Tom, but I don't see Elgin as that face guy. It's got to be Tommaso. You know.
I mean, yeah, I can kind of see that, but I will say this about Elgin. I've been checking out Ring of Honor's YouTube page, and you guys should all go check it out because there's a promo that Elgin put on there today. I think it was either today or yesterday. I think it was yesterday. And his promos are getting so much better. And that's the one part that everybody criticizes Elgin, is his promos. So if he is getting better at that, then I could say, you know what, maybe this is the face of the company. Because, I mean, he went from, like, pure, you know, monotone voice and completely boring, put you to sleep type of promos, but this promo that was on YouTube, I mean, it had you invested in it.
I can play it real quick.
Go for it. I gotta hear this.
To take things at face value. But the problem with people is they often try to hide their weaknesses. They try to mask their insecurities, ignorance, and arrogance. not me. What you see is what you get. I say what I mean, and I mean what I say. But talking about taking people at face value, 3 names come to mind. 3 names that have more in common than you could ever understand. First, you, Adam Cole, with your silence just to make accusations about me that you know nothing about. I haven't slept for 8 hours since I was 15 years old because this consumed me. Every morning when the sun rose and every night when it went down, this was on my mind. This is what I wanted, and I wouldn't let anybody be in my way to get it. We talk about expectations, how there's no way in the world I can meet the expectations of others and the expectations I put on myself as Ring of Honor World Champion. What you don't realize, Paul, is I want the expectations to be unattainable. Because when I attain them, you look at me and you say I'm great. You say I'm the best in the world. Jay Briscoe.
It's just pretty damn good. I'll tell you that. Like,
yeah, I was that is the first Michael Elgin promo I was thoroughly impressed by. I mean, you know, he didn't have that monotone voice. His voice was fluctuating up and down, and, you know, he was, you know, talking with some, you know, anger, and it looked like, you know, oh, this is the guy. This is the guy I want to root for right here.
Yeah. But yeah, man, like, definitely, dude. I would definitely say that was a great promo there. What'd you think about it, Us?
Better than, you know, I heard before from Elgin, you know, what the hell was that? It was better than that, so, I mean, better than his past work before, but if he keeps improving, maybe he could be the face of the company.
We'll have to see. What else we have on Ring of Honor? I know, just to let people know right now, I know we also put that we were going to talk about the future of Honor, which we'll definitely get into probably next week sometimes, and since it's next week, there's not that many matches booked yet, so future Honor, we'll get more of that next week.
Yeah.
How about we take a quick break, and we'll get back to shooting the shit.
Oh, do we have an announcement to make?
As soon as we come back.
All right.
Howdy, howdy. This is the intrepid traveler, Paul London, and I've touched base on your planet. You're listening to WrestlingHeads Radio, and if you decide not to listen to them, I'll fry your brain.
Four Corners Radio is the home for the best professional wrestling and independent wrestling. Discussions and coverage. Billy, Ant, Martin, and Sam bring you 3 of the best podcasts every week. The Four Corners Raw Roundtable, the Indie Project, and the Saturday Freestyle. Along with the podcast, FourCornersWrestling.com is designed with all wrestling fans in mind. Feature articles, videos, the weekly shows, and much more. Four Corners and Wrestling Heads are teaming up to bring you wrestling's next revolution. Are you ready? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Wrestling Heads Radio. I am Skits, along with Tom and Oscar. What's going on, gentlemen?
That Paul London promo gets me every time. It gets me laughing every time.
I love Paul London. We got to get him back on here. Like, he's the man. Gotta love Paul London.
Yeah. I want to know how's the school in Texas is doing. Remember when we brought him in to talk about his school?
It's funny that you mentioned Paul London, guys, because Paul London, him, and Brian Kendrick, I want to say they're in Canada right now. They're actually going against the Overdogs in Canada for Smash Wrestling. So.
Yeah, it makes sense because next Thursday, Brian Kendrick is scheduled to do a local show around here. Well, actually, his company, Wrestling Pro Wrestling, next Thursday, so he's scheduled that, and the next day is the Santino's AWS show, and he's gonna wrestle that show as well. So, and he's also on 11 as well the next day so far.
What did you say?
He's also wrestling the next night after that. It's 11.
Yep.
Oh, that'll work hard right there.
Real quickly, let's take the phone call. But first, let's go ahead and put out the announcement. Next week on Monday, WrestlingHeads Radio will have Santino's Championship Wrestling from Hollywood star Eli Everfly will be on here. I believe we talked about him last week with Tom. He's going to be on the show. Looking forward to that. So make sure y'all tune in.
Yeah, and shout out for him for making that little poster he did for us.
So let's take this call real quick. 269, you're on WH Radio. Who's calling?
What's up, Skip? This is Nick McGee. How's it going?
What up, Nick?
Yep,
yeah.
Nick.
I haven't heard from him since I haven't heard from him since when the Kings beat the Blackhawks.
Why you got to rub that in my face, man? Why you got to rub it in my face? I have to admit, you guys were the better team. So
yeah, all right, cool.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Yeah.
What's on your mind, man? What's going down?
Nothing, man. Just listening in. Just want to call in and kick it with you guys a little bit before I head to bed.
Yeah, definitely, man. We're actually about to get into some more wrestling talk. What else we got on books, guys?
Well, we could talk about the news that every WWE fan or wrestling fan has been talking about today. And CM Punk's contract with WWE has officially ran out. He's been moved to the alumni page, and he went on Twitter and thanked the fans.
You want me to read Did you want to read the tweet? He said, "Nope, thank you. Thanks for all the help and support through the years. Health and happiness above all. Don't ever take shit from anybody."
Sounds like classic CM Punk right there.
Yeah. And another thing, his profile got removed from the main rosters to the alumni. So
that's what Thomas said.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to say that kind of shows me that the WWE and CM Punk's relationship is going up there. I think it's better than how it was when he first left. So
agree.
Yeah, that means there's going to be a return down the road. I mean, I'm not saying it's going to happen in this year, possibly next year, but it's going to happen down the road.
You know what? My biggest prediction will be that, like you said, Oscar, it'll probably be about a year or so before we see Punk back in the ring. I'm pretty sure he'll get a Chris Jericho type deal where he basically becomes a part-timer, and you only will see him in major feuds. But to throw this in, just to let you guys know, his contract officially expires tomorrow night at midnight.
Tomorrow night. I thought it expired because usually when you get moved to the alumni page, it means that you're not signed to the WWE. So I thought it ended already.
Well, all indications have been that they're not going to do the whole extend the contract clause like they did with Rey Mysterio. They personally felt, according to sources, that it will have been too toxic for him, and it will make the relationship more uncomfortable. So they basically let his contract expire. He doesn't have to worry about the non-complete clause. So when it expires tomorrow night at midnight, he could literally do whatever he wants. He could basically show up at PWG later on this month if he feels like it, with no strings attached.
Yeah, in our dreams.
Hey, Skit, you don't want to stay in our dreams. You never know what's going to happen. I could actually see CM Punk watching this show, but not being a part of it.
Yeah, that's different.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, this whole CM Punk situation, I don't know. I'm kind of down. I'm not gonna lie, because I was hoping for CM Punk return. You know, it didn't happen.
You know what?
Yeah.
A part of me have a grudge against Punk in some way, because I basically was one of Punk's biggest fans here in the Midwest, and I just don't like how he just walked out the door. I understand why he walked out the door, but I don't know, man. It just seems like him walking out the door, he really done explain to his fan base why you left.
Yeah, that bothers me too. You know, he didn't give any explanation for months and months, and people speculated for months and months. You know, at first, the first month or two, people thought that this was a work. You know, that's how, crazy and convoluted this whole thing was, is that people thought it was a work. And, I can, like you said, I can understand where Punk's coming from. You know, Punk was obviously banged up. He was tired, emotionally, physically, just drained. And he just didn't have that same passion for wrestling that he had. And he just walked out. And, he just decided that the night after the Rumble that it was that time to just walk out.
Well, if you guys heard a recent interview that Paul Heyman did with some magazine or newspaper or whatever, he mentioned that he was quite surprised that Punk didn't walk out last year. He was burnt out last year.
Yeah, he said that on Chris Jericho's podcast.
Right. Thank you. Yes, on Jericho's podcast. And you have to also remember Chris Jericho went through the same scenario a few years ago where he basically was burnt out. He wanted to do different things.
Yeah, that's just I'm hoping. I'm pretty sure all wrestling fans are hoping we see CM Punk once again in the WWE and in the ring, because me myself, I was hoping for feuds with him and Daniel Bryan at Daniel Bryan's peak right now. You know what I'm saying? And maybe some matches with him and Dean Ambrose, how he is right now. You know what I mean, all right? Basically.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You know what? I was listening to JR's podcast yesterday, and he made a point about CM Punk when his contract's running out. He said he would love to see if Ring of Honor could do something with CM Punk, like maybe a best of CM Punk DVD, and he chooses the matches, the matches he picks, what he believes was the best matches in Ring of Honor, and he could do like a video, or he could do some kind of footage how he could talk about those matches. He's no longer part of the WWE, so why not he could do something for Ring of Honor, and just release a DVD and pick his own matches,
You know what? Ring of Honor has done something similar to that, I believe, 3 or 4 years ago, when they came out with the best of CM Punk.
Yeah, but what JR was talking about, like, let him choose the matches he enjoys, Like, if he wants to talk about the match he had with AJ Styles, he wants to choose that one. And you can have a little section on the DVD saying he can, in his own words, what he thought, his thoughts of that match. If it's possible, if he's willing to do that, You don't know if CM Punk's going to do anything with wrestling right now. Even though his WWE contract ran out, but who knows? But I wouldn't mind seeing something like that.
Let me ask you guys a question. Would
Sure.
you say these matches in the WWE are CM Punk's top 5? CM Punk versus Jeff Hardy, I believe that's at SummerSlam. CM Punk versus Rey Mysterio. If CM Punk loses, he has to shave his head. CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan, that's over the limit. CM Punk versus Triple H, Night of Champs. CM Punk versus Jericho at Payback. CM Punk versus Taker, WrestleMania. CM Punk versus Brock Lesnar, SummerSlam, and CM Punk versus John Cena at Money in the Bank. Would you say those are the top 5 WWE matches?
I don't know about him against Rey Mysterio when he loses his hair. I don't know about that one. There's another match you mentioned, the one with Triple H. I don't know about that one either.
Yeah. I don't know, Oscar. I kind of like his match with Mysterio. I just see where you're coming from with that particular match because the match was very dry. But if you remember when Punk sort of got that gash in his head, he picked up the intensity and made that match worthwhile, if you remember. Because the fans were crapping all over that match when they stopped it to patch up Punk.
Yeah. And it was funny that
this is when Rey Mysterio, before Rey Mysterio was injured and shit. It's Rey Mysterio when he was actually having some decent matches.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Yeah, and the way how Skits line up the matches, I was there when he wrestled Jeff Hardy at that one SummerSlam TLC match. That match with Jeff Hardy was 10 times better than that Rey Mysterio match. And the match with Triple H as well.
Just to let you know, Oscar, those matches weren't in order. I just named them. But
okay.
But yeah, two of those matches.
I think it's funny when I think of Punk's top matches. Obviously, I think of Punk Taker, Punk Jeff Hardy, but some little lesser known matches. Punk versus John Cena last year from Raw. I think was an excellent match. And it was on Raw, and it was, I believe, one of his top matches. And then I would also put, I'd say another Punk versus Cena match from, from Night of Champions 2012?
I know, the one that Money in the Bank was good. The one where he had kissed Vince McMahon, bye-bye, blah, blah, blah. You remember?
Yeah, I think they had another match at Night of Champions 2012. That was another great match.
That was the match that I believe went.
Punk's had a lot of great matches.
I believe that's the match that went to a draw. I'm surprised that neither one of you guys mentioned Punk versus The Rock from the Royal Rumble.
Oh my God, that match sucked.
No way.
That match sucked for 3 reasons. 1, not that good of a match. 2, The Rock won. 3, CM Punk lost. There you go.
And that's when he lost. And that's when he lost his long streak, right? As champ.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it was retarded how he lost too.
Hey guys, come on! Punk had a good TLC match against Ryback. Remember that match on Raw? The first.
Oh my God.
The first Raw of the new year. Remember that?
All right. I think we can stop there.
One match, legitimately, one match that was mentioned on CM Punk's DVD, The Best in the World. I forget what pay-per-view it was from. Actually, it was an ECW. It was him against John Morrison when Punk won W title. And Punk said that, that night that him and Morrison had magic. And Punk rarely says that. So when he says that, obviously he thinks it was one of his better matches.
Know what? I actually have the original broadcast of that match on DVD in my crate here.
Yeah, it was an excellent match. And like Punk said on his DVD, the times he faced Morrison before, it was not that good of matches, pretty crappy matches. And, just that one time, that one night, they just happened to connect and have a great match.
Yeah. Well, let's all hope we see CM Punk once again. Sooner or later, we'll see him again. But
he'll come back to WWE because only the WWE can afford the type of money that he wants. So he'll be back in about a year.
Yep, look like I'm at the listen to Oscar next time. Also, there's some news. AIW just announced 2 out of 3 falls matchup, Michael Elgin versus Josh Alexander, which will be August 9th. I believe so. Which that should be.
You know what, Skip? Skip, I cannot keep up with AIW promoting 3 events at the same time and announcing matches one by one. And from a marketing standpoint, they're belittling the actual event that's coming up for them. You know, Battle of the Sexes, and they're promoting another event. They really need to stop with their marketing. I really hate the way they're promoting their events. You know, you're promoting a darn event like what, almost a month ahead of time? It's like, come on, dude. Show some respect for the current event that you have coming up. I really hate when AIW does that.
I'll tell you one thing. I know these guys are definitely pushing their product, which is definitely a good thing. But if you want to talk about the Battle of the Sexes, we can do that if you want. Battle of the Sexes, ladies and gentlemen. In case you didn't know, this matchup, not matchup, but event is basically a male versus a female each matchup. So you got Gregory Irons going against Veda Scott in a steel cage match. And let me ask you guys a question. When have you seen a female in a steel cage match with a grown-ass man at that?
No,
I'm waiting.
I've never seen that before. I've seen women. I haven't seen women going against each other in a steel cage, but never intergender match.
No, yeah. I think this be the very first intergender steel cage match on the indie scene. And also, I have to give Gregory Irons and Veda Scott a lot of credit. They're basically the most underrated storyline in the indie circuit right now.
It's funny because our boy Chris says that all the time when we talk to him. He fucking loves that storyline. He goes to most of the other shows, so. But man.
It's a great storyline.
What else you got there? You got Davey Vega going against Jasmine, and it's called and it's for the Insane title match. So.
It's for the Intense Championship. Yeah.
Did I say Insane?
You said something else. I think you said insane.
I did insane. I did say insane.
I thought you said insane.
Hey, fuck it. Justin Timberlake.
Justin Timberlake.
Basically,
anyway.
And our girl, who was on here a couple of weeks ago, Miss Sparks herself, she'll be going to get Kingston. So
he is gonna die. Oh my God!
I don't know about
this. This is the first time I believe that I'll actually say that we're gonna see a wrestler die in the ring.
Yeah,
he is just gonna backfist her so hard that she is gonna wake up thinking she's a man.
Have you seen Eddie Kingston? Have you seen Eddie Kingston destroy Heidi Lovelace in AIW before?
Not.
I mean, it was freaking brutal. So Kingston's going to destroy this chick. I'm sorry.
And Ricky Shane Page will be going against WrestlingHeads alumni Kimberly's fucking
Hey,
gorgeous.
your favorite person.
Candice is definitely my favorite female. Candice is my favorite out of all the girls in the indie scene. Sorry.
Come on, show some love for Kimberly. What's wrong with you two?
I love Kimberly, but Candice is number one.
And plus, we haven't seen her wrestle in person yet, so, and we haven't met her yet, so she's cool.
It's that West Coast bias. I can hear it right now.
I mean, when I see Candice in person, I get googly eyes. So.
I don't think you're the only one.
Wow.
Hey, if any grown man,
I'm sure every guy in Reseda when Candice LeRae comes out gets googly eyes.
I was about to say that. If guys don't get googly eyes when they see Candice LeRae at PWG shows, then I don't know what to say.
Oh, man. I'm pretty sure Kimberly has something to say. She is a woman with very few words.
She has booty.
Yeah. Yes, she does.
I'm going to stop.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to stop. But, so that's what's going on with AIW, people. Get familiar with them. They're definitely doing their thing. So, yeah, what else we got, Tom and Oscar?
Oh, I think Evolve just announced some matches, did they?
They did actually announce some matches. If you guys are willing to go down some Evolve matches, I'll tell you right now, the main event is Ricochet versus Matt Sydal.
And you think Ricochet will lose that open the Freedom Gate title to Matt Sydal?
Possible.
You think so, right?
Possible. Yeah. It's definitely possible.
I don't know.
It's
I don't know, man.
You see what they did? I mean, I love you, Chris Hero. We see, when Chris Hero came back in the indie scene, they gave him the Evolve title.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know, man. I mean, Sydal could knock him off and take the strap, but I don't know. I just don't know. I don't think it's time yet for Sydal to get a major championship and commit to a promotion. I don't think it's time yet.
Yeah, Nick, I agree with you, but look at Ricochet. He might be heading to New Japan. I don't think Dragon Gate Japan and New Japan has a relationship going on or anything. So,
really,
if anything, he might have to drop the title to Sydal. I don't like it that way, but it might have to go that way.
Well, you know what, Arthur? Man, I might have to go with you on that one. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think Evolve, with what their booking is like, what Gabe is like with this booking, Sydal could win it on his debut. It's tough to tell because Gabe, could go either way. He could bet on Ricochet, or he could be like, bam, here's Matt Sydal, formerly known as Evan Bourne. He's our champion. So I don't know. It's just like one of those things where it's 50-50. It can go either way.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
yeah,
let's see what happens.
And plus, what if he did sign that New Japan contract and he starts becoming a regular New Japan? Can he do shows like Dragon Gate USA or Evolve shows?
No, he can't. I believe he'd be exclusively to New Japan.
Yeah. So there you go. If the New Japan thing is going to happen, then most likely he's going to drop the title to Sydal.
Because when you look at AJ Styles' contract with New Japan, before AJ Styles can compete with any other promotion, he has to get permission from New Japan.
Yeah. All right. And New Japan has a working relationship with Ring of Honor. He's still going to
they do. There's some guys that are in New Japan that do other shows. You got Rocky Romero who, does, PWG. He does AWS out here in California. He also does Ring of Honor.
New Japan, like Kota Ibushi. Kota Ibushi wasn't signed to New Japan. He was mainly signed for DDT, but he worked the main shows for New Japan. So, and I think maybe New Japan is thinking that was a mistake, kind of doing that.
Yeah.
So maybe they kind of want to lock Ricochet into a contract. And that doesn't. That doesn't mean that Ricochet won't come to the States.
Right.
I'm sure Ricochet will say, "Hey, can I go do some PWG?" and I'm sure they'll be okay with it.
I agree with you, Oscar, and also guys like you just mentioned, Skip. You know, when you look at Rocky Romero, when you look at Alex, when you look at Alice Shelley as well, a lot of those guys, when they have their time off here in the States, I'm pretty sure they went to New Japan and said, hey, can I compete for this organization, that organization? Yeah, I'm pretty sure New Japan saying, yeah, you can, because that's like your off season from competing over here.
Yeah. We'll definitely have to see what happens with the whole Matt Sydal Ricochet situation. But also
speaking of Evolve 31, I was going to say, because they released the card, this affects another company. Because Evolve 31, it said that AR Fox is going to be out 2 to 3 months with an injury, which means he's most likely going to be out of Bola.
Well, that's weird because PWG hasn't said. I mean, I don't know why they even booked him. You know,
I don't know. Maybe they booked him before he got injured, or you know, maybe they're looking for a replacement right now. I don't know, but it's just what the Evolve card said.
Well, I think he's been injured for a cool minute, but then he was going to work through it. But if he cannot participate, then I don't blame him. If he can't participate, Bola or Evolve, and they're in the same month, so who knows?
I'll find out. I'll definitely find out. Don't think I'll hit up AR Fox and ask him, but we'll definitely find out soon.
Yeah. I know.
I want to ask you guys, before anything does get announced, if this is true, who do you think replaces AR Fox? Or who do you think replaces AR Fox, or who do you want to replace AR Fox?
Oh, no, you're talking about Bola, right?
JT fucking done.
Yeah. Okay.
JT fucking done. Bobby Fish.
That won't happen. That won't happen.
Bobby Fish is another one.
Maybe.
That will happen.
Bobby Fish is another one, too. So, JT and Bobby are like my top two.
Yeah, and I'm thinking local talent, like maybe a Candice LeRae could probably be in there.
Willie. Well, she's already booked.
I think that.
If anything, it'll be Willie Mack or B-Boy.
I don't think it's going to be Willie Mack because I think he's going to be joining Kevin Steen in WWE.
Well, that's only if
he hasn't been announced. He hasn't been announced for 11 or for Bola.
I know. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. What I think, I would like to see either JT Dunn, which a lot of people, especially on the PWG forum, have been saying they want to see JT Dunn in PWG, or, I know this is kind of a long shot, but I'd want to see Uha Nation in PWG.
That would be
that'd be an awesome idea. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Hold on, what'd you say?
I said I'd want to see either JT Dunn, which a lot of people have been saying, or Uha Nation.
Oh, Nation. Nation would be a great one. And JT, like I said, JT is like probably my first pick because, I mean, Shelly Martinez, she works for Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, and I'm pretty sure she has connects with some of the guys in SoCal too, and they actually went down there to watch, some PWG, so she's got some connects probably to like get them in too. So, I mean, you never know what happens. We'll just have to sit back and watch.
Would it be nice? Not only JT, then would it be nice if bring David Starr as well, and the Juicy product does come to PWG? They win the tag belts and add for another collection they have, all these tag belts they have. Like, fuck, man. They fucking post all their titles they got there, and they be like, hashtag over as fuck, That'd be fucking sweet.
You know what? You know what? That will be an awesome idea, but they probably will have to drop the FIP tag belts because I think FIP have their events scheduled around the same time as PWG.
Yeah, I'm not saying to do it now. Like down the road, like in a few months. I doubt they'll bring JT Dunn and David Starr next month at Bola. So.
That would be freaking awesome.
Real quick though, back to Evolve. You got the rematch. The Premier Athlete brand is banned from ringside. You got the Evolve champ Chris Hero going against Trent Beretta. These guys love Trent Beretta. You guys know how I feel about Trent. Chris Hero's a fucking man.
Chris Hero's fat.
Chris still the man.
He's fat.
And still the man.
See that belly?
And
you see that belly? That's exactly what Triple H was talking about. You see that belly? He's fat.
Hey, he still can put on a good match. The man can still put on a good match.
Exactly what the game been talking about.
The man can still put on a good match. But Chris Hero and Triple Beretta going at it. So if Hero retains at Evolve 31, the title will be on the line. So that's what it says. Yet the rematch part 2, Premier Athlete band also banned at ringside again. Rich Swann against Anthony Nese. Special challenge match. Also, Johnny Gargano versus Caleb Conley.
The Rose.
Let me pause you a second. Remember, we just saw Caleb Conley on Raw this past week at the Rosebud.
The Rosebud, yeah.
Yeah. I just want to put that out there.
This next match right here, I know this is going to be like a crazy-ass match. Timothy Thatcher versus Biff fucking Busick.
That's a match that Skip you will have a hard on, because I know you will like some kind of match like this. You saw Timothy Thatcher a couple of times at Wrestling Cares. So him and Biff Busick will have an old school, beat the shit out of each other wrestling match. So get ready for that.
That's right. Yeah. I totally agree.
That's a hard-hitting fucking match. And you know what? I was thinking, Timothy Thatcher, I think, would be a great pickup to go into PWG.
Well,
he's very, very underrated on the indie scene. Very underrated.
You know what's crazy, Tom? I can't believe, but Championship Wrestling from Hollywood just picked him up with Drew Gulak.
Well, Timothy Thatcher was in Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, like about a year or two ago, and then he just went out and he was supposed on the North America. So this is not his first time in Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. Just to let you know, he was kind of like a regular there for a little bit.
All right, and also you got Drew Gulak. He's in action. Versus, if I say their name wrong, please correct me. Steve Raiden?
Steve who?
Raiden?
Steve Raiden?
Yeah.
I've never heard
of that. Me either.
Raideen.
Raiden? Whatever.
Hey. Well, whoever it is, they're going to get their butt kicked by Gulak, so it doesn't matter.
That sounds like the name that Kevin Steen would get in WWE, Steve Raiden.
Right.
You like a stupid name like that.
Oh, you know here he is, Mongo. It's Steve Raiden, Mongo. He's twerking.
Oh, wow.
You know what? The WWE could be listening to this podcast right now and say, you know what? That's a good idea for Kevin.
God damn. If his name is Steve Raiden when he goes in, I'm going to blame myself. I'm going to be like, God damn it.
That's a good idea,
Michael, Steve Raiden, Michael.
Oh, God. All right.
Real quickly though. Let's go ahead and take another break. Real quick. And we'll be right back.
What's up, everybody? This is the New Age Punisher B-Boy, and you're listening to WrestlingHeads Radio.
Yo, welcome to WH Radio. Today's show is brought to you by the good people down at WrestlingRambles.com. For the latest in wrestling news, in-depth blog, and hot topic discussion, hit up WrestlingRambles.com. Remember, it's not just any ramble, but a Wrestling Rambles. WrestlingRambles.com. And also special thanks to Ring Rust Radio and SLTDWrestling.com. Thank you for listening.
Welcome back. Great, ladies and gentlemen.
Hold on. Hey, kid, did you see that stupid picture that Mysterious Mexican sent us yesterday about a picture of Bo Dallas with the Bullet Club logo, and he calls him the Bullet Club?
Oh, the Bullet Club.
That was
retarded. In the Bullet Club.
Oh my God, that was not retarded. You guys need to believe, okay? Stop.
There's only one person on the show.
Another believer. There we go.
There's only one person on the show that is a believer, and there he is right there.
Listen,
I'm a believer.
If Bo Dallas was around during the Attitude Era, they would have renamed one of the most famous stables the NW Bo.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
He is so inspirational. He is 15 and Bo right now. He's so inspirational.
I can't wait till he loses, and I want to see what you guys will say.
Well, I already...
it doesn't matter if he wins or loses, because he's always going to believe in himself.
I already predicted who's going to beat him. I already predicted who's going to be his first person to beat him in a one-on-one match, and it's Sami Zayn. So, I'm ready to do my prediction on that.
No, bullcrap. No, that's not going to happen. Bo Dallas will never lose.
He's going to debut.
Bo Dallas is never going to lose. He's going to be the Intercontinental Champion. He's going to win the Royal Rumble, and he's going to main event WrestleMania next year.
Are you saying he's going to beat Goldberg's record, WCW streak record?
Yes.
All right. Nick said it right here on WH Radio.
I said it.
The only person to break Bo Dallas' streak is going to be Bo Dallas, who's going to face himself one-on-one, and he's going to defeat
Hey, I would like to see his brother beat his ass.
Let's torture him. Baron, let's torture him. Put him against the man who's going to make his return next week, Brock Lesnar.
You know what? That would never happen because...
Why did that never happen?
You know what? Go back. Skip. Well, go back to what you just said. If you had Bo Dallas face Bray Wyatt, it could be a storyline where Bray converts him over to the Wyatt family.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, they are brothers, so hey.
I don't know if Bo Dallas
Why
can grow
not?
facial hair. I'm sorry. I don't think Bo Dallas can grow facial hair. That got you thinking,
Anyway,
right?
moving on, because we could talk about Bo all night because of how great and inspirational he is.
He is.
But
you have to... Every wrestling head fans out there, you must believe.
They must believe in WH Radio. Continue on. Let's go. What do you got, Tom?
All right. So we're even talking about indie promotions that are having events this weekend. Well, another one we got is Shakara. They're going to be in New York City this weekend and in Boston for the Living Daylights, which is going to be in New York City. And they're going to be having The World Is Not Enough, which is going to be the one in Boston. So, Yeah, Chikara. Chikara is the best. If Bo Dallas believes in Chikara.
Well,
he actually will fit in.
Also, we got on Friday.
I'll tell you that.
On Friday, we have AAW. Shane Hollister will put his title on the line going against Chris Sabin. That should be a good one.
That's the only match on the AAW card that's worth watching. Have you seen the undercard? The undercard looks
That's why
terrible.
I didn't mention nothing else. That's why I didn't mention nothing else.
Hey, I love AAW.
I love them too. But I just want to tell everybody, Matt Cage is definitely worth watching. He's going to be there. The War Machine Rhino is going to be there. You got Eddie Kingston.
Of course, Rhino's there every month. He needs a check. Of course he's going to be there.
You know,
I guess that TNA money ain't enough.
No, remember what Larry Zbyszko said a while back? If you work in TNA, you're basically at DHS trying to get a welfare check, trying to get food stamps, because they don't pay enough.
Speaking of TNA, tomorrow night on TNA, it will be the New York shows, I believe. You got the X Division Championship matchup on the line. Austin Aries going against, I'm going to call him TJ Perkins because he's TJ Perkins forever over here. TJ Perkins.
Hey, Mad Nick, come on. Say Mad Nick.
Fuck all that. TJ Perkins, Eddie Edwards, Davey Richards, Sonata, Tiger, DJ Z, and Crazy Steve. That's going to be a X Division gauntlet match.
Should I care about this? I mean,
yeah. Actually, listen, I am not a big TNA fan. I wouldn't even consider myself like a mild TNA fan. I've been bashing TNA for months. But what I've heard from these New York City shows is, there's going to be some shit on there. There's going to be some TNA shit, but there's a lot of good stuff, and most of it involves the X Division. We got Destination X coming up, which I heard was good. And then, I heard this, that match is going to be good. So I think it's worthwhile to check out TNA for these New York tapings. But don't expect, perfect shows. Don't expect, don't expect a great match and then you're going to see a great promo. No, there's going to be some shit on there. And when I mean shit, I mean some shit.
But that's what TNA does. They pull you in with shows like this. Then for the next 8 weeks, it's complete garbage. They do this to you every time. And as a wrestling fan, I'm not going to get hoodwinked this time. No. Absolutely no, TNA. You're not going to hoodwink me. Get your hands out of my pocket. No, you're not doing it to me. I don't care if you brought back the sit-side ring thing. You're not doing it to me, TNA. No, you're not going to hoodwink me. Absolutely not. Suck it,
How about this, though? TNA. 2 TNA stars, Bully Ray and Brother Devon himself, are now the new 2CW Tag Team Champions. What? They're the Dudley Boys, damn it. They're the Dudley Boys, damn it.
Team 3D.
I don't care. Yeah, they were the Dudley Boys several years ago.
I'm not fun of 3D. They're the fucking Dudley Boys. Fuck all that bullshit.
But when they come back to WWE, they're the Dudley Boys.
No, Skip. I'm not going to allow you to put the Dudley Boys over. They were Dudley Boys several years ago. They're not anymore. They're just 2 people who are completely over the hill. No, I'm not going to allow you to do that to your listeners. No, you're not going to put over the Dudley Boys in 2014. That's not going to happen. No.
Hey, I'm just happy to see the Dudley Boys doing their thing back again. Going back down memory fucking lane and shit with them. How about another tag team? The Young Bucks, who I will put over any day of the week, are the new Square Circle Wrestling Tag Team Champions. See,
another tag team that has fucking belts, like, how many belts they have? 5? I don't know what the fuck. Them and the Juicy Boys should go at it and every belt on the line.
That's the Young Bucks only belt. That's the Young Bucks only belt.
You know what? I agree with you. How about that Beyond Wrestling's America Round 2014? You take the Young Bucks and Juicy Pie and put all the belts on the line, even the WSU tag belt. Put them all on the line. Screw it.
Right?
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to that match. When's that event?
July 27th.
July 27th, damn it. Is it on iPay-per-view or what?
No, I don't think so.
No, you have to be in Providence, Rhode Island to watch it.
Fucking A.
Well, Nick, I would really appreciate if you buy my flight and I'll head over there.
I have a question because you probably know more on this. So, how
that'd
can
be so
we watch
nice
this?
if Nick does. Hey, Skids, would it be so nice if Nick buys our flight to Providence, New Orleans, and we just watch that damn show? That'd be so nice of Nick, would it be?
I don't even think Nick is from there.
I know he's not from there, but that'd be nice to buy the flight.
So Nick,
it sounds like a National Lampoon's Road Trip or something like that.
So real quick, Nick, where can we find this match? Like, where can we find Beyond Wrestling stuff?
Beyond Wrestling will be live at Set Music Hall on July 27th, 2014. The doors open up at 3:30. The event starts at 4 o'clock. If you want tickets, you can go through Facebook.com/Beyond Wrestling. You can contact JT Dunn on Facebook. You can contact David Starr on Facebook. They got tickets. If you live in the New England, Providence, Rhode Island area, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, it's not IPPV. You know, Denver, Colorado don't believe in internet pay-per-views yet. But I'm pretty sure after this event is over and done with, the raw footage of America Round 2014 will be available for purchase, probably within a week or two after the event.
So does Beyond Wrestling, do they release their DVDs on high spots or what?
Their DVDs is mainly on their website. It's called lookmynofans.com. And Beyond Wrestling is very slow with their DVD distribution. I believe the newest DVD that's coming out right now is their tournament for Tomorrow 2, which is the tournament JT Dunn won late last year. They're just now about to come out with the DVD for that, and that event is worth it because that's the event where Biff Busick took on Eddie Edwards in that 1-hour Iron Man match, which was phenomenal.
Definitely, man. Before we let you off, man, did you want to throw out your connects, like your Twitter and stuff?
Sure. You can follow me, Nick McGee, Pro Wrestling Smart Talk, at Twitter.com/PW Smart Talk. You can check out my podcast, Smart Chat, at YouTube.com/PW Smart Talk. Also on Podcast Garden, Stitcher Radio. And you can connect with me on Facebook.com/Pro Wrestling Smart Talk. And you can listen to my past interviews. You can listen to my latest interviews with Progress Wrestling World Champion Jimmy Havoc. You can listen to my interview with Eric Porvis, who will be facing Jimmy Jacobs at America Round 2014. And you can listen to my interviews that I just posted, I believe, about 24 hours ago between Anthony Stone and Nicholas K. as they talk about their retirement match at Beyond Wrestling. The loser must retire in Nicholas Cage versus Anthony Stone at Beyond Wrestling America Round 2014. So check it out. And Season 1 of my podcast will be ending July 31st. I will be back for Season 2 after Labor Day.
That's sweet. You got a season? That's
yep,
sweet.
Season.
Also, ladies and gentlemen, for those that don't know, Nick is also a big contributor on WrestlingHeads.com too. So we want to thank you for all the contributing and stuff that you help us out with, Nick.
Oh, no problem, guys. No problem.
And I guess we'll talk to you soon.
Oh, yeah, I'll talk to you gentlemen real soon. It's way past my bedtime. I got to be up at 6 o'clock in the morning.
All right, then, Nick.
All right. Go Blackhawks, right? Next year.
Okay.
Woo!
Peace.
Peace. You get mad at that Blackhawks crap.
Hey, one more fucking break, and then we'll finish off WH Radio with our last 30 minutes here on the show. We'll be right back.
Hey, yo, what up? This is TJ Perkins, and you're listening to WrestlingHeads Radio.
Since January of 2013, the Indie Power Rankings have been ranking the very best independent wrestlers on a weekly basis with voters all across the U.S. and Canada. They do the part to support indie wrestling. Give them a follow at Indie Ranking as they release the new Indie Power Rankings every Tuesday.
WH Radio, we back. It's your boy Skid, and I'm here.
Whoa. That's the first time I heard a TJ Perkins soundbite.
We played it before. You must not be awake over there. But
first time. Oh well. I just read something, but I don't know if it's true or not. But I'm hearing that the next feud for Adrian Neville could possibly be Bull Dempsey. I don't know what you guys thought of that.
Go ahead, Tom.
I don't know. Hopefully it's something that lasts like a month or two, and then we get a Neville versus Kenta, Neville versus Prince Devitt, Neville versus Steen, and yeah.
I mean, this Bull Dempsey guy, I only saw him twice, that's it, and I don't know what the heck they see in this guy. So, good luck with that.
Honestly, I can't answer that because I haven't been watching NXT as much. But, hey, I hope they don't do nothing stupid. And at least he's still champ, right?
Yeah, he's still champ, but I don't know, it's just weird. I don't know if this, like I said, I don't know if this is true or not, but it looks like that's giving the next rivalry for Adrian Neville. And I want to know what's up with the whole thing with him and Tyler Breeze. Like, when that's going to go down?
Yeah, when Breeze gets better.
I mean, I think his finger's okay, no? Because I know he was injured because of his finger.
If they do wrestle for the title, it'll probably be at their next live show.
All right.
I want to also throw this out here. Sources say that former Team Knockout possibly join next season of Tough. I don't even know this chick. I've never heard of this chick because I'm not a TNA person. Fan, maybe.
Wait a minute. Oh, you're talking about Rosita when she was in TNA. She might be in Tough.
Yeah.
That's what you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't see that much of her in TNA. She was the knockout tag champs with quote unquote her cousin was him Sarita? They were part of that Mexican America group, if you guys remember that, with Hernandez and Anarquia, Mexican America.
They said that she's been appearing as a Rosebud.
Yeah, she has been appearing as a Rosebud as of late. But I don't know what's their. Okay, I'm a little confused of their Tough Enough. Their theme. I know they're trying to get. They're bringing in some NXT talent they don't use, and they're gonna put them in this Tough Enough season, I guess. So I don't know, but I don't know who else they're gonna bring in for that as well. But I just don't understand how the theme is like. But all I can tell you is this thing got to be better than the last one, the one with Austin took over, because the one Austin took over sucked ass. And I don't blame WWE for it, because the USA Network chose to cast, not WWE. So, I don't know. It was a disaster from the beginning. So, hopefully this one works out. because a lot of people don't think Tough Enough ever worked out. You know, Maven, John Morrison won one, I guess, and there's some stars that they made on Tough Enough but didn't win it, like The Miz, Ryback, is still in the current roster right now, and Christopher Nowinski. So, yeah, let's see what happens. I hope in the next few weeks we get more info of this Tough Enough and who will be in there. I mean, to me, if I was running Tough Enough, I'll get guys or not even give them a contract. Like, go after guys maybe like Jamie Olivencia or Johnny Gargano. You know, I'll go after guys like them and let's see who be down, who will win this shit. You know, like big ending names.
Yeah. We'll just have to sit back and wait and watch.
Yeah.
Hey, it's pretty dope what Smash Wrestling's doing for their next show. On the cover of the ticket is Kevin Steen. It's pretty dope.
Yeah.
I had just retweeted it if you guys want to take a look at it. It's pretty dope.
On the WrestlingHeads or the WH Skits?
WrestlingHeads.
Okay, I'm going to look at it right now. Bam!
Yeah.
Smash-a-Palooza. Oh, shit. Nah, that's a sweet-ass ticket.
What else we got on deck, gentlemen? Well,
there's more news about Sting in the WWE 2K15. Sting did a little small interview, and then he mentioned, like, why now? And he says, now it's either now or never, so he's finally getting a chance to be in the WWE family. And he did mention that he would love to wrestle The Undertaker if it's possible. And I think earlier today, I don't know if it was WWE.com, they did tease about possible if a Sting and Undertaker match, which like we said Monday, I don't know if it's going to happen or not, because, you know, how healthy The Undertaker is from that match against Brock Lesnar. Can he go? You know?
I don't know, man. I think it's definitely a done data. Well, from listening to Triple H's little interview with Michael Cole earlier, made it seem like he said whatever's good for business, basically what he said. So you never know. Yeah, and another thing though, they also announced that the Sting, there's going to be two different Stings in the next WWE 2K15. One is the Sting. I saw it. Yeah, the Sting, the Crow version Sting is actually the Sting when he beat Hulk Hogan for the WCW World Title back in '97. So if you look in like late '97, early '98 Sting, that's the Sting you're going to be mostly playing with, and early '90s Sting with the blonde hair. So those are the two Stings you can play at WWE 2K15. And also,
so we don't get to play as the Sting in TNA where he has a T-shirt on. Damn it!
No.
I was
come on, man.
Shots fired.
Come on, man. Another thing I also read, I don't know if it's true or not, but supposedly that Kurt Angle is going to be the next game. That could be just a rumor. So, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if Kurt Angle does come on the game because, you know, we had Hulk Hogan was still in contract with TNA, end up being in the WWE video game. So why not put Kurt Angle in there?
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, and then you can start chanting, "You suck, you suck." Let me stop. But anyways.
Fuck you, suck a dick.
I know you like Kurt Angle a lot, but come on, man.
That's soundbite.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are actually
I don't know.
We're getting down to the get down of here on WH Radio. Just a pretty damn good show here. Again next week, ladies and gentlemen. Eli Everfly will be here, so it's going to be pretty fun. Eli's actually pumped. He even made his own banner of him being on the show. He's fucking pumped. Looking forward to talking to him.
Yeah.
A lot of it's gonna be like a lot of talking because I think dude's like around our age or maybe even younger. But
no, the dude is 20 years old.
Yeah, I said maybe even younger.
Come on, we're 8 years older than that guy. Come on now.
That's what I said. Maybe even younger. But it's gonna be fun next week.
You know what? I just read something. Maybe it's like a spoiler for SmackDown, but they took out two wrestlers out from the Intercontinental Battle Royal match. I don't know why they did it, but Adam Rose and Damian Sandow has been removed.
Because those two might have a match. Those two might have a match.
Promote like Subway or something.
Because those two might be booked in the match, which I don't know if nobody really gives a shit about.
You mean they're gonna add a match for Battleground? They're gonna put those two guys in there like that?
That's the word.
I guess. I mean, I don't know. Let Sandow come out this time, dress up as Roman Reigns and get his ass kicked, or make him dress as Sting. Fuck it. Wear the Sting face paint and he gets his ass kicked.
Still gives a shit about both those guys, to be honest. But we're close to being off the show. We might as well throw out all of our plugs and shit that we have. Make sure you guys follow us on Twitter at WrestlingHeads. Be sure to follow us on that. We have all the news that you need to know. Go to WrestlingHeads.com, Facebook.com/WrestlingHeads. What else we got? Tumblr, WrestlingHeads. YouTube.com/WrestlingHeads. Instagram, WrestlingHeads.
There's something I want to bring up about the YouTube thing. Right now, the Trevor Lee interview we did, it's probably the next one up, so look out to that. Pretty much tomorrow that's going to come out, so look up the Trevor Lee one. And still going to be working on more. And, hopefully we get a lot of viewers. Just tell your friends to check out our old stuff. And we never know who we'll get down in the future, so keep an eye on that.
Yeah, make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube and also iTunes too. Subscribe to us on iTunes too.
Yeah, if you want to say you want on your way to work and the radio, so you can listen to us right there. Just subscribe us on YouTube. You can download us and fucking while you're trying to work, you can listen to us right there.
You can find me on Facebook. Just type in WH Skits. That's my Twitter too. WH Skits. That's about it. The social medias I got. Instagram, WH Skits.
All right, well, you can follow me at Sinister632 on Twitter, Instagram, Vine, which I don't use that much. Still follow me on there. And also, I'm in Google Plus now, so you can follow me in there. And I also do. You could say, in charge of the YouTube WrestlingHeads account. So subscribe us on that, please. And and I like to hear you guys' thoughts, with the YouTube thing. So when I hear things, your guys' opinions, it might make my work a little bit better. So let me know what you guys think. If I think I should do something, work on something, just let me know. And I will get better at it. And also, go to WrestlingHeads.com every fucking day. You never know where we're gonna be posting. And also check out my blog there. My classic match of the week. My week I choose was Bryan Danielson versus Kenta from Noah in 2008. So check that one out. Check out my top 10 of the week. Yes, I had Randy Orton at number 1, which I'm not a big fan of, but oh well. And, yeah, maybe next week I'll put Tom on my number 1 list. So go ahead, Tom.
Follow me on Twitter @2tweetme. Look for me on Google Plus soon. Going to be getting that shortly. And that's it for me, basically. And before we head off the air, I don't feel like we've done enough shooting on this show, so I'm going to shoot. I am glad CM Punk is gone from the WWE. I'm glad he's in the alumni section now. So glad, because now people can shut the fuck up about CM Punk. Now crowds should stop fucking chanting CM Punk, CM Punk, and we can get the fuck on with talking about CM Punk for another year. Let's talk about what's going on in NXT and in the main roster, what's going on Raw and SmackDown and NXT and main event and whatever. Let's talk about that. No more talking about CM Punk. That's it.
Yeah, you know what? I'm hoping you're right. I mean, I hope that happens, Tom, but
that is the one. I don't know what pisses me off more with WWE crowds as far as chanting goes, the CM Punk chants or the "This is awesome" chants. I mean, somebody will do like a power bomb and they'll chant "This is awesome." You know, AJ Lee is in the ring, and instead of chanting for AJ, they chant for CM Punk. That doesn't make any sense. When Edge was dating Lita and Edge was in the ring, did they chant Lita, Lita? Or when Lita was in the ring, did they chant Edge, Edge? No, because they weren't fucking stupid. Okay? So stop fucking chanting CM Punk when AJ Lee is in the ring. I don't know what chant pisses me off more.
Well, hopefully that does. Let's hope that does happen, but no CM Punk's team chance stops. But it's hard for me to say that it's gonna end, but you just don't know. We have to wait till the next couple of weeks. So you got to wait. No, you got no choice to wait.
Yeah, man. People do definitely stop the bullshit with the fucking bullshit chants. It's fucking annoying, just like Tom said here, because it's pathetic. Like, come on. Like, sometimes when I'm watching matches and all of a sudden, see, yeah, Punk, like, shut the fuck up. Like, remember when we were at the show at One Raw, Oscar?
Yeah.
And I'm like, dang, no, Daniel Bryan, that's what we want to chat for. You know,
you could chant for anybody else. Chant for Sami Zayn. Chant Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn. I don't care. Crazy? I don't care who you chant for. Stop chanting for CM Punk. He's not coming back. AJ Lee is not going to bring him back. Yes, she's banging him. Yes, she's married to him. She's not going to bring him back.
Yeah, and another thing, Tom, what Skid was saying when we were at that Raw show, man, they were chanting CM Punk even outside the arena when we're waiting to get inside. So it's gonna be tough, you know, whenever it's a day that they stop chanting CM Punk, because it's gonna be really tough.
And that pissed me off real quick, Oscar. I mean, because that's the time when Daniel Bryan was, you know, on the run to try to get the title. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and like, why are people? You know what I mean? We're doing our job as fans. We have a job too, and that's to help push these guys to, you know, get noticed. You know what I mean? Our voices had to be heard. You know, if people want to chant CM Punk when he's nowhere to be found.
Yeah. And he ain't gonna come down anytime soon. He won't be on Raw on Monday night. He won't be on Battleground this Sunday. He won't even be at SummerSlam. So just get over it. You know, CM Punk is gone. He ain't coming back. He'll be back probably next year. Maybe he'll be back the night I've been predicting, the night after WrestleMania. That could be his return. So gotta wait. Or you know what? Just subscribe to the network. You can watch your CM Punk there. You can watch CM Punk against freaking John Cena at Money in the Bank 12. Go watch CM Punk there. There you go. Watch his little video thing they did from yesterday or Monday. So
it's
go ahead and
watch
watch
it. It's on demand. So
it's on demand.
Yeah,
check
man.
out CM Punk, best in the world.
Did you just plug the network here on WH Radio?
He did.
They plugged that thing enough.
Yep. Might as well. Fuck it. Just help WWE get more subscribers. You got want to see CM Punk?
No, we don't need that. You know why? I'm gonna tell you why we need no more subscribers. Because I was watching I was on the network the other day watching Main Event, and in the middle of the fucking match, the fucking shit just stops. And I had to restart.
Yeah, it can be very flaky.
Live or on demand?
On demand.
Because you know what's funny? You guys people think you have problems, but I never have really had problems with the network that much. I mean, maybe in the beginning, but I never did.
Problems with it, but once in a while I'll get into a problem.
So what I did, I signed out and signed back in, and I didn't have no problems watching. Believe it or not, I was watching Best in the World until we started the show. So, but yeah, man. Just like what Tom said, come on, fans, wake up and be smart, not fucking idiots.
Yeah, definitely, and yeah, like I said, just try to get over the CM Punk thing much as you can. I know I'm a CM Punk fan too, but you gotta move on. I've been a Stone Cold fan, I've been a Bret Hart fan. They moved on, and I have to get over it. So that's how it is.
Yep. Well, looks like ran out of time, guys. Is there anything else want to say? Oh, don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, this Sunday is Battleground, so be sure to get.
You know what's funny about the whole thing about Battleground? That we were all fucking worried about Seth Rollins, but he's okay now, and we didn't talk about the whole fucking show. Seth Rollins is okay, and he's gonna wrestle Dean Ambrose this Sunday.
Yeah, I heard that too. I heard that he was just selling. That he was just selling really good.
Hell of a seller, but before we go on with the 7 minutes left, let's put the man who's been taking over the world on real quick. Bruce, the rest of the show is all yours. Shoot the shit.
Yo.
Bruce, the rest of 7 minutes is all yours. Shoot the shit.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Let's go on with PWG for the next 60 days is going to be pure heaven, pure love. Let's see what else. I fucking hate Triple H as of late. I hate Kevin Dunn even more. Let's see.
Yeah,
CM Punk
Kevin Dunn is a piece of shit and just fired from his fucking job. Go ahead.
Hold on. Why are you hating Triple H and Kevin Dunn? What they do?
All right. Triple H because of the fallout that he had with CM Punk, and then Punk's burned and not going to come back at all, and then you have Kevin Dunn, who's fucking over everything that's coming out, well, half of the stuff that's coming out of NXT. And NXT just happens to be the best product that WWE has going on right now. I mean,
how can you blame Triple H for CM Punk? That's more Vince than Triple H. Triple H doesn't book the main shows. Triple H, I'm sure if Triple H could, he would have put CM Punk in the main event of WrestleMania if it would have made him happy. He would have probably put Punk versus Bryan, made him happy. Whatever it took. Vince doesn't do that. And
Vince also doesn't do the
Triple
booking.
H has done that Vince never did. Triple H brought back Bruno Sammartino and the Ultimate Warrior, two
people who are not active performers. Whoop-de fucking do. He brings back Sting.
What?
Sting won't perform. Whoop-de fucking do.
But that's Triple H showing what the kind of guy that he is. The whole CM Punk thing is not Triple H's responsibility. That's Vince's responsibility.
Booking is Stephanie and T.S. Hayes and whoever the writers are right now. Vince is basically trying to phase himself out and say, you guys handle day to day, and then I'll basically give the approval here and there.
Do you think that Vince doesn't have the final say for writing? There's been so many reports about Triple H and Vince butting heads over ideas that Triple H wants to do so much more, and then Vince says, no, you can't do that. I'm going to do this instead. Triple H is trying to change this company, and Vince is still holding it back with his terrible
hold on. Don't think Hunter is scot-free and
booking.
holding people back either. Hunter pushes people who he thinks that are going to be people that are prime instead of let's see who else. The only reason why Daniel Bryan got pushed at all is because everyone else was basically telling Hunter he'd be stupid not to push him. So of course Daniel had to.
That's Vince. Vince. Anytime Triple H could write Raw, and he could write the most perfect Raw, and he brings it to Vince. Vince could look at it, change the whole thing. And then
of course,
who are people going to blame? They should blame Vince. Until Vince officially steps down, he's still going to have all the say. He's the main guy still in gorilla position, calling all the shots. He's still yelling in JBL, Cole, and King's ear. Vince still has a strong point in the company.
It's not as strong as like you're making it out to be. He's handling
It's
more on the
still
financial
strong.
side.
It's still strong
especially
as hell.
more so now after, what was it, Black Friday or Black Monday. Now he's more back into it in day-to-day and handling like stuff that's like, hey, what can we do on the show that can help us get more money? Oh, fuck, sponsorships. So he's heading up sponsorships. Not only that, but whoever talks into his ear and says, hey, don't you think this would be a good idea so we can get an extra, I don't know, $100,000 by doing some sponsorships when we have a snippet of time that we have to kill in a 3-hour show and we have 20 seconds to plug something? Vince is going to be the one approving it. Yeah, of course, but don't think for a second that he's not going to be involved with it more so now. Before, there wasn't any need to because they were sitting there flying, riding high, and Vince was spending a lot of his time on the networking side of it because of the network. Excuse me, the business side and financial side because of the network. Now he has to be. Why? Because he lost like a fourth of his fortune. Now he has to sit there and do the day-to-day grunt work that he didn't have to do before.
That's Vince's own fault that he was losing millions of dollars because of the network. That's his own fault. I don't want to hear that just because, they're losing millions of dollars because of the network, that the product should suffer. No. You know what?
Unfortunately, that's the way
maybe there'd be more network subscribers if they wouldn't have 3 hours of Raw, which I can barely sit through each Monday night. Maybe if we focused more on bringing more old shows onto the network and bringing good shows onto the network instead of bullshit, then maybe yes. Or
did you know majority of the world? Majority of the world doesn't have access to the network still, right? Majority of the world couldn't pay for it if their life depended on them to pay for the network. So more so than compared to 3 hours out of the week, or an extra hour that you want to look at and blame that, I would say, no, it's the fact that literally the rest of the world does not have the opportunity to subscribe. They're doing it kind of like Netflix did. Apparently, Vince has had the same advisors and say, do a staged rollout, which is every time you do when you offer a video subscription-based service, whether it be Hulu, whether it be Netflix, whether it be whatever else, Roku you want to look at. They didn't just say, hey, let's flick on the whole world at the same time. They'd stutter, they'd choke, and no video would work. So they do it country by country by country basis, and for that reason, they are not they're not acquiring enough bandwidth fast enough, and their advisors are actually slowing down the rollout that's preventing certain countries like Japan from having the network right now. Granted, they're going to get it in the next few months, but the point is they don't have it now when they were reporting subscriber numbers. That's probably the advisors, but it also has to do, they just don't have bandwidth capability for everyone who wants to purchase WWE all over the world. That's why Netflix is fucking huge, the reason why it is today. They did stage rollouts every country little by little, and they can say quarter after quarter, we have this many new subscribers, we have this many new. Not because they got more people in the United States, but it's because they opened up the subscriptions to a new country. So the same thing is going to happen with WWE. So they're going to climb back up, and I think once they have the whole world covered, they're going to be much bigger than what they were before. But of course, everyone just focuses on right now and not anything long term. So that's what we have to do.
Hold on, real quick, Bruce. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank everybody for listening to WH Radio. We are going into overtime. Keep going, guys.
There you go. So it just basically follow the Netflix model or Hulu model. That's basically what they're doing. And once the whole world's covered, they're going to be much bigger than what they were before. And I think every other video subscription company before them has proved that. It's just a matter of time before, it goes worldwide. And I think that's kind of like foregone conclusion, considering that model has been repeated over and over and over. So this is going to be like, the fourth or fifth? This is going to be the fifth video subscription model is going to be going eventually worldwide. And because of that, and the rest of the world didn't want to wait, and neither did the investors, they're shitting on him, and now he's forced to go back to day-to-day operations to do what he can to raise money, like, let's not pay for buses for the people who handle operations. Or let's go ahead and do, let's basically pour ourselves out for product placement.
Yeah. Well, like I said,